What's going on, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar.
And Astonishing Melanie.
And together we're going to give you an advanced look at the Howard the Duck by...
Chipperoonie Zdarsky.
That's not his name. And Joe Quinones from Marvel Comics. So stay tuned.
Before getting started, thank you to David Gabriel and the fine folks at Marvel for sending us this advanced review copy of the Omnibus.
So this book comes out on February 15th and on March 8th.
It's a late Valentine's Day present, perhaps.
Or birthday present. But this is the direct market. It's my birthday month, March. Don't argue with me.
It's not March.
The entire month. Anyway, this is the direct market cover. This is the one by Tradd Moore. On the left-hand side is the standard edition cover by Joe Quinones. So again, the direct market cover comes out on March 8th, but the standard edition cover comes out on February 15th. So let's take a closer look at this cover. All right. So first of all, I love this cover by Tradd Moore. Tradd Moore is an amazing artist. He's drawn Venom. He did a series called Luther Strode for Image Comics. But here's what the spine looks like. You do have Howard down there by Joe Quinones, who is the primary artist on the book, and then the back of the book.
This means wag!
Oh, dude, this book is up your alley.
So as reading it, I assumed that in the first version, the original of Howard the Duck, that he said wag a lot.
Not a lot, but quite a number of times. Here, let's look at it underneath the dust jacket.
Because it's a wraparound cover with the fabulous Kraven the Hunter and what's going on with Howard here. So much action. Who's that cat that's got like bionic parts? And Squirrel Girl beating up this chick with a bunch of Avenger stuff.
That is a lot of Squirrel Girl.
It is. She's got two. Oh, and Kraven the Hunter's got two.
And that is the most...
Fabulous
Kraven the Hunter I've ever seen. All right, let's get this book open, look at the artwork, and talk about some of the stories you're going to find in here. All right, so let's get this open. We have some yellow...
That's orange.
Orange bookend pages.
That's yellow. See?
You going to argue with me the whole thing? I invited you, as long as you didn't argue with me.
Chipperoonie, not Chip.
All right, Chip Zdarsky, Joe Quinones, both of them working together on Howard the Duck. Here are all your credits with all the different creators.
And the A's and the B's, which confused me a little.
Oh, yeah, there are A stories and B stories, but they're all collected in here. Here's an introduction by Joe Quinones and Chip Zdarsky. I love Chip Zdarsky's introduction.
I think he can write just a one-sentence introduction because in the book, he's writing notes to you, the reader, all the time.
And it's interesting to see character sketches like right from the start. Usually these are kept in the back.
Look how sweet he is. Aww.
All right, so here we have Howard the Duck. So this kicks off with Howard the Duck, the 2015 series, the A stories. So he collects A 1 through 5, and then the B stories from 2015 1 through 11. It also collects the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, number 6, the B side, and War of the Realms, War Scrolls, Howard the Duck story. So it's not a very big omnibus. As a matter of fact, it's only 464 pages. But it's also $60, so it's not $75 like we've seen most omnis. And it's not $100, but it's $60.
But Chip Zdarsky said he did it for the money.
Well,
that's what he said in the intro.
He should have asked for more money. So why don't we talk about a little bit what kind of stories you're going to find through these pages. Melanie, you're the one who just recently read it. What did you think of some of the stories here?
So yeah, I picked this up as soon as we received it because I've been wanting to read Howard the Duck, and Gerber's our copy of Gerber's Howard the Duck is in storage. So I was like, I'll start with this one first.
Not because it's a bad book, but because we're moving. That's why it's in storage.
Yes.
So this is the most recent run of Howard the Duck. It's a 2015 series.
And he meets at the beginning in the first issue Tara, and she becomes like a sidekick, kind of like Bev's place. Bev being replaced in this story, perhaps. And I like her. She's a nice, cool character. And of course, here we've got Rocket Raccoon. There are many jokes made at Spidey's expense, which I really like. He's not like playing a big part. It's just like a reoccurring joke about his responsibility and people getting hurt and dying. Which I suppose when you say it that way isn't funny. But in the book, it's funny. So this book is full of cameos, or, more than just cameos. I'd say Spidey's a cameo at this point. But like Aunt May is in the next issue, plays a role in it and continuing issues as well. We've got She-Hulk here. We've got his secretary that's made out of trash that gets beat up and pulled apart multiple times. Because he has his own private investigation detective agency. His ads are really funny for them. So definitely has the well-known Zdarsky humor. Also has dynamic Quinones art, especially with facial expressions here. And with Howard the Ducks. I mean, he's an anthropomorphic, did I say it right? Duck.
Sure.
And he's got, he's very expressive with his facial features.
So with his private investigation, is he jumping from case to case, and it's each case involving a Marvel character, or is it like a standalone story?
There's you could read
Secret Wars. Sorry,
you could read some of standalone stories, but then it starts getting into an arc of Howard wants to go home, and he's a good duck. He cares about people and such, but he just wants to go home. And so events play out where maybe he has the opportunity to do so.
It's really interesting as we're flipping through here, or as you're flipping, sorry, I had to stop at this page, because this kind of summarizes where the Marvel Universe was during this specific year, the 2015, 2016.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right, and then you had Ben Grimm was part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Kitty Pryde.
Kitty was Star-Lord. The Fantastic Four were gone. So it's an interesting time of the Marvel Universe. It's one thing about the Marvel Universe that I've always loved is that something is happening in something like Howard the Duck, but it was happening bigger, like in Guardians of the Galaxy by Bendis. I've always enjoyed that about it because it made me want to go and pursue other stories outside of the comic book that I was currently reading. This is Ryan North, right? With Squirrel Girl. That's where Kraven the Hunter is?
He's fabulous.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Because it's fun.
And we have is that a new Herald? No, you know what? Let's not spoil that. Let's check out these extras. Okay, so we have an afterword here by Chip and Joe.
And a Biggs the Cat, what was that, a poem? Lyrics to a song?
Which one was it?
Is it Chip's cat or is it Joe's cat?
Oh, Biggs the Cat.
I think it's Joe's actual cat.
That he drew in there?
Yeah.
And then you have the variant covers.
Look how sexy that is. Woo!
That's nice. That's
how
nice.
Are you making Howard the Duck sexy? Just watch the movie. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That one.
But you saw that the standard edition covers were all in there in between the issues, and this is where they collect
I love this one. I love the minimalist style.
That's nice. We're not going to flip through all of them, just kind of give you an idea of how the variants are collected. That is a very simple... That's David Aja, isn't it? Yep. How the variants are collected. So let's skip a little bit. I'm so glad they used this for the direct market. That is a awesome piece.
That one was disturbing. I mean, I get the
parody. Why, because it shows a duck butt?
No, I get the parody with the sunscreen, the little girl with the puppy pulling her suit down, but...
You can tell that was Sergio Aragonés by the faces. That's awesome. And it's just different variants. These are the different duck variants from other comic books. Is that the Scream? That's Christian Wood. That's awesome.
I was saying wag. Or is that how you pronounce it? I don't know how to hear it in my head.
All right, let's take a look at this binding really quick. So it is sewn binding, not much of an eye, because we are talking about 464 pages, but the book was laying over really nice. Towards the beginning, there's Black Cat, and then towards the end here, let's make sure we don't ruin anything, so let's just get to the extras. But towards the end of the book. It does have a little bit of a gutter curve towards the end, but, I mean, when you're looking at splash pages that are separated like this, it's not really that bad.
Pop art.
Yeah, some pop art there. But, anything else, Melanie?
I recommend this book if you're a fan of Zdarsky's fourth wall breaking narrative, along with his humor. I mean, look, you've got Gwenpool for an issue in here. This will be right up your alley. But there's also a little power to the narrative because there's things at stake, in emotions and, character feelings and such. So, yeah, it's a good rounded story.
And I will say that if you're a fan of Steve Gerber's run, a lot of the things that Steve did with Howard do pop up through this particular omnibus without going into spoilers.
And that, as they say, is that.
It's not a homily. Like, this is just, that, as they say, is that.
If you so happen to be inclined to purchase this book, check out this wonderful sponsor.
This episode is brought to you by cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your confirmation email from CGN, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was the content, page count, and build of this omnibus.
If you have any questions or thoughts about the book, please leave them in the comments below.
And check out our spread shop and Patreon, amazing ways to support the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Everyone, please stay healthy, stay safe out there, and much love.
Stay minty.